Last little day of practice. Most of y'all doing pretty well with this, so hopefully that shows on tomorrow's test. All right, let's start with a perimeter problem. Go ahead, find the perimeter of that rectangle. As I've said before, the state loves doing these perimeter problems. You'll see rectangles, triangles, perimeter area all through middle school. Brian? All right, so first thing we need to do here is distribute. So when we distribute, you gotta multiply by both parts. The big thing people forget is that second number. So we would have 6x minus 6. It can be very helpful if you fill in, draw the picture, fill in the extra sides. So once we do that, then it's just a matter of combining like terms, variables. We got 6 plus 6, that's 12x, plus 1 is 13, plus another 1 makes 14x, okay? Then, I think it's easiest if you combine your pluses and your minuses. So we got plus 5, that makes plus 10. We got a minus 6 and a minus 6. So those are the same signs, so we add them. That makes a minus 12. And when the signs are different right here, we subtract and use the sign of the bigger number. 12 minus 10 is 2. The 12 is the bigger number. That was a minus, so it's a minus 2. Okay? Any questions on that? All right, find the value of 3AB. Alexandra, what you got? 60 is correct. So we take A out, put 4 in. Take B out, put 5 in. 345 is going to be an answer choice usually on problems like this. You have to remember when you got numbers next to variables or variables next to variables, that's multiplication. When you do the substitution, you got to add in those multiplication symbols as well. And then it's just multiplying from left to right. Or if you got a calculator, you do it all at once on the calculator. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60, like she said. Okay? All right, find the missing value for our table there. Robert, what you got? 20 is correct. So, whatever we're looking for, wherever that question mark or blank space might be, you take the x value that goes with it. In this case, that's that 8, and you're putting it in for x. So we'd have 3 times 8 minus 4. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 minus 4, 20, like you said. Okay? Any questions on that? All right, solve for n. Make sure to show your work, show your steps. As I've said several times, the steps aren't 100% necessary for the 6th grade math, but doing these steps correctly is going to help as you move on to 7th, 8th, and Math 1 for sure. Sydney, what'd you get?
3.6.
Nope. Kyle?
2.6.
All right, when you solve equations by doing the opposite. We got to get the variable by itself. So we got to isolate the n in this case. So we're moving away the 1.7. It's a plus 1.7, so we do a minus 1.7. You do it to both sides to keep everything balanced. It cancels out. On that side, we get the variable by itself like we want. This side, you just do your subtraction. When subtracting decimals, just make sure to line up your decimals. We borrow 13 minus 7, 6. Decimal comes straight down. 3 minus 1 is 2, so we got 2.6. Any questions on that one? You're going to see a couple equations on your test. All right, find the equation for the graph. Jeremiah? What do you say? I'll take it. Y equals, we want both variables. So y equals 56x. Okay? So whenever it's the equation for the graph, that's where you're going to have the independent and dependent variables on there. The dependent variable, the x value, goes with the coefficient. The dependent variable is what it's equal to, so it'd be like y equals in this case. We need a point on a corner. Only one of these points works. That is that point right there. So what we do, we look at the y value and the x value, and we divide y divided by x. So in this case, it is 280 divided by 5. 280 divided by 5 is 56, and that becomes your coefficient on the x. Okay? Any questions on the graph?